Hello and welcome to Brooks' Books, the show where we read all the works of Terry Brooks in publication order. I'm your host Josh Teasma, and joining me today are my dad Dave.
Hello.
And my sister Leah.
Happy to be here.
We're introducing ourselves with kind of an episode 0 here to give you an idea of what the show is and what our schedule will be. Like I said up top, our plan is to go through all of Terry's books in publication order. Most notably, this includes the Shannara series, one of the longest running and most influential works in fantasy fiction. We'll also be discussing his other work, the Magic Kingdom of Landover series, the Word and Void series, and all the other smaller projects from the last 50 years.
We're looking to have insightful, fun, and critical discussions of the books. We've all read varying amounts of Terry's works and are fans of at least the Shannara series. All three of us have enjoyed some of Terry's books more than others, so we're not looking to have completely positive or completely negative discussions along the way. We especially want to dig into things like how Terry's writing style changes over time. What do good and evil mean in these worlds, and how does that change? What do the culture and politics of these worlds look like, and lots of other stuff that we'll discover over time.
We're welcoming to long-term Shannara fans, lapsed readers like myself, and total newcomers. We'll be avoiding any meaningful spoilers for newcomers, but we will discuss the future of the series along the way. If you'd like to read along, we'll be announcing our reading schedule as we go. However, you can feel free just to listen to our summaries and discussion if that suits you better. We're going to be roughly shooting for each episode covering about 200 pages. For almost all of Terry's work, that means we'll cover each book in 2 episodes. Since we'll be posting episodes every other week, we'll be covering about 1 book per month.
The first book we'll be covering is The Sword of Shannara from 1977. Now, Sword is notably longer than all of Terry's other books, so we're breaking that one up into 3 episodes. Our first proper episode will be 2 weeks from now, and we'll be covering chapters 1 through 13. That's about 240-ish pages, I want to say, or about 9 hours of audiobook if you go that route. Now, let's talk a little about our history with Terry Brooks. I've read Shannara up through the Legends of Shannara series. I've read the Word and the Void series, and also his novelization of Star Wars Episode 1. I haven't read any Terry Brooks stuff in probably 13-ish years. And my favorite book from what I can remember is The Druid of Shannara.
I came across Terry Brooks probably about, I'd have to say, close to 20 years ago now, when you were all fairly young, and I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't read him for a while myself. It's probably been about 7 or 8 years for me. I've read some of his more recent stuff, probably more recent than you, Josh. But yeah, some of it is incredibly good, and some of it is a little bit weaker, and we'll kind of be going over what we like and dislike.
I, like Josh, haven't read any of this in 13 years, over a decade. I only got as far as the Scions trilogy. Also happened to find The Druid my favorite book out of the bunch. But really excited to dig back into it and kind of refigure this out.
Well, that about does it for episode 0. We're excited to embark on this journey with all of you. Like I said before, we'll be posting episodes every other week. Our first season will be covering the original Shannara trilogy, Sword, Elfstones, and Wish Song. Episode 1 will go up 2 weeks from now, and we'll be covering chapters 1 through 13 if you'd like to read along. See you then!